Hello and welcome back to the third meditation of the series Guided Meditations, a joint project between UMOCA and Lyra Zabriskie, me, in support of Teachers of Utah in 2020. The third meditation that we're going to do is in support for you at the end of the day, wrapping up the day with gratitude and appreciation. Is that the right ones? Yes, gratitude and appreciation for yourself. Gratitude is one of the most powerful feelings and perceptions, perspectives that you can think of. Gratitude is, if you can tap into that feeling of gratitude, it can change your perception of a situation. It can remind you of where you are powerful, where you do have resources, where good things are happening. And in a year like this, gratitude can be challenging, but it is a powerful tool to tap into. So, we're going to access gratitude today. And first, I'd like us to access the foundation of meditation, which is your breath. And this time I'm going to have you do a little bit of a different breathing pattern. We're going to do a rapid breath because we're going to be using our voice in this meditation. And I want you to start accessing your diaphragm, the deeper part of your lungs, which again lends itself to your rest and digest nervous system, the calm in your body. And we're going to start opening up your physical voice to express gratitude. And so we want a supportive breath to keep your voice nice and healthy. All right. And also, because it's the end of the day, we want you to let go of some stuff so that you can wrap it up. There was a work day, and there is a now evening time for you. We want you to have a moment where you can say, wrap it up, so that you can go into a more relaxing or more pleasurable evening. Okay, that is the intention for this meditation. So let's begin by accessing a different kind of breathing, still meditative in its nature because it's you becoming aware of your breath, which is meditation. I'm going to have you place your hands on the lower part of your rib cage right here. And I'm going to have you breathe out, focusing on your exhale and not so much focusing on your inhale. So for example, you're not going to go and think about that. You're really going to be focusing on, like you're throwing little darts. And I'm going to have you do that with a little ooh shape in your mouth. All right? And we're going to just do that for maybe a few seconds. We'll try it. Let's see. For a few seconds, I'm going to have you breathe in and then how was that? I hope that felt good. Well, you might feel a little lightheaded like me, and that's fine. Take a moment to get back into a deeper breath. We're going to go back into that breathing. And the reason we're doing it, again, is to stimulate the breathing apparatus of your body, your diaphragm, the lower part of your lungs, and a very open place, open channel for breath to come out of your throat and mouth. Okay? So again, place your hands here so that you can feel on your inhale and exhale, this rapid, you can feel a little hoo, 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 hoo. We don't want you to be doing up and down with your shoulders, like that activates a fight or flight in your body because it only gets your breath down to your shallow part of your lungs, the first chamber of your lungs. So we want to bring your breath down to the lower chambers of your lungs, where the nerve endings are at the lower part of your lungs. We want to start activating through this breath what is called the vagus nerve, which is a nerve that runs all the way down, which really activates your fight or flight or parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. And it runs down your spinal cord here, and it's activated by your breath and by your sound on your voice. So when you talk, when you sing, when you breathe, like, it stimulates this very calming part of your body, which sends a signal to your brain that you're safe, which is a lovely thing to believe and feel. So let's go back into it. Let's go back into your body's breath. Placing your hand on your stern, or your lower part of your rib cage, where your diaphragm sits, right there. And take a nice deep breath in and concentrate on throwing out your exhale like a dart. Okay? It's hard to do when you want to smile. When your body starts to become fatigued, double down on your exhale, leaving your body, contracting your muscles so that your exhale leaves your body. Whew! That was hard. I hope you didn't find it as hard. Now coming into awareness. Oh, how does that feel in your body? Do you feel a little lightheaded? Do you feel like there's some cool air in the back of your throat? I'm now going to have you sigh with sound. So we're going to take a much longer, deeper breath than what we just did, and we're going to add sound on your exhale. And this can be filled with emotion. Anything that came up during the day, tension, any experiences or memories that you just want to get out of your system. We're going to take it using our vibration of our voice, blending it with our emotions and our thoughts and our memories, and we're going to let it go outside of our body on the vibration of your voice, which does leave your body. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in and sigh on your exhale. How did that feel? I hope it felt good. One thing I've noticed in working with clients, I'm a voice empowerment coach. I work a lot with the voice. And one thing I've noticed is that the brain is very used to hearing us speak in short syllables. And so to have a prolonged sound can sound strange to your ears. But please allow it to flow out of you. Your voice is meant to have long, prolonged sounds. In cultures where singing is an everyday, normal thing, they aren't worried about hearing themselves be prolonged sounds come out of their body. So let's access some of that freedom. Our culture doesn't really allow us to sing a whole lot unless you're in a choir of some kind, or unless call yourself a musician and then you get permission to sing. And this isn't quite singing, but it is allowing a long, prolonged sound to come out of your body. And with it will come emotion. And with it will tension will leave. And with it, thoughts of the day will wash away on your sound. You can trust that. So try again, and this time when you sigh, I want you to notice the point in time where you feel self-conscious. Like I just made too much of a sound. And if that's not your story, that's awesome. If this is so easy for you, fantastic. But if it does feel slightly like, oh, that was a long sound, notice that and keep going. As far as your breath will go, let the sound go. Okay, breathing in again, here we go. Nice deep breath. Until nothing's left. I swear it feels good. It may look silly, but that's fun. Silly is fun. Okay, let's do it again. And this time, I want you to experiment with it, play with it. If it feels good to, open your jaw and stretch out your tongue, then do that. If it feels good to hum and come really into the sensations of vibrations between your lips, then do that. But make a sound for the full extent of your exhale. All right, here we go. Breathing in. And let it out. every last drop of breath, wringing it out from your lungs, which activates, re-engages your diaphragm, wrings out your lungs so that they can expand more fully on your next inhale, and it activates and vibrates, soothing the throat, the mouth, the tongue. And lastly, what this sighing does, in a scientific term, is it activates the vagus nerve, which again activates rest and digest in your body, your parasympathetic nervous system. So by breathing or by exhaling audibly, being conscious of that voicing as you do it, conscious of it in your body, using your breath, using your voice, and becoming very aware of that as you do it, you can have a very meditative experience. And then scientifically what's happening on your insides is you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system. Another great reason to sigh on your exhale, just to recap, is it lets out emotions. It allows emotions to move up and out of your body. Emotions can move through sound, through movement, through breath, and this is using pretty much all three of those to let emotions out of your body. So if you're at the end of the day and you're feeling whatever you're feeling, use this supportive voicing breath in order to separate what's come before, in order to create space for something new to happen next. What we're going to do now is shift into the next layer of this meditation. So we started with our breath. We moved into a voicing of your breath. And now we're going to bring your mind into it. And usually in meditation, we're trying to get away from our rapid thinking mind. And we're moving more into the present moment through sensory touch or through breath or through awareness. But this time we're going to harness the power of your amazing mind, and we're going to use your thoughts, your voice, your breath, and your body to all articulate kind words to yourself. I'll show you what I mean. It's basically talking to yourself. It's not mysterious. But it is using a very conscious way of doing that, staying embodied, feeling your voice, and then allowing your emotions and your mind to be articulated through your voice. When done consciously, it is a miraculous thing. We're the only creatures alive that we know of on this planet who can do this. So let's celebrate and use this amazing tool of articulating our thoughts and emotions right now. And we're going to do it in the form of gratitude, for the intention of giving yourself gratitude, of shifting our energy into gratitude. Because this is a perspective shifter, like I said. This gratitude is a frequency changer. So we're going to go back into our bodies. You can roll your shoulders, or flex your pelvis muscles, or push your feet on the ground, activating muscles to create sensations. We're going to go back into our breath as well. Drawing down our breath into our belly space and letting it out with sighs. And now I want you to place one hand on your heart. And in this place of love, it symbolizes love. It feels like love right there. I want you to become aware of the emotion of love. And if you've had an especially difficult day, this might be challenging. But stick with it. Stick with your breath. Stick with kind self-touch until you start to feel a little bit of love. And one exercise that you can do in meditation to quick start that feeling of love is to imagine somebody that you care deeply about. And it's easier if that person is innocent, like a child or a puppy or like a pet. Sometimes our partners or people we have more complicated relationships with can be a little bit like navigating rapids waters when you're trying to access love. So think of somebody, bring someone to your attention, your mind's eye, that makes you feel love, that you love them. Now imagine calling up somebody or something, or you just want to send them love. Imagine that object of your love is very happy. And if emotion comes up, allow it. Create space for it. Don't shirk away. Don't shake your head. Sit in it. Sit in the experience of love, of loving kindness. Imagining the object of your love smiling at you, loving you back. They're happy. They are sublimely happy. They're safe, they're healthy, and they're happy. And continue to pour your love toward that object. Continue to simply feel love for that person or thing. Stick with it until like a vibration being sounded, the echoes grow and build and resonate out. The feeling of love resonates more and more and more out into your entire body so that you are filled with feeling of love. And now stick with this. It could get a little complicated, but stick with it. And if you need to, go back into your body with soothing self-touch. Go back into your nice supportive breath. Let go through movement or sound, anything that comes up that you don't want. And we're going to shift. We're going to replace that person that you see, that you love. We're going to replace them with an image of you. You today, what you did today. You standing up in front of a physical class with mask on or visor on, trying to communicate in these difficult circumstances. Or you struggling to maintain control and direction over Zoom. That you, the real you, bring her or him up right now. And put them in front of your face. And look at them. And with all of that love you've mustered for another person, put it toward you. Send all that love to you. Now, having experienced the day, having gotten through it, having navigated it with as much flexibility as you could muster, send love towards yourself today. That version of you worked so hard. That version of you deserves love. That version of you tried and did their absolute best. And even if it feels like their best wasn't good enough, trust me, it was. Your best is good enough. Your best is great. And I know that you did your best. Even if that meant resting for most of the day. Even if it meant calling quits halfway through. I don't care. You did your best. You can feel a sense of pride in that. Send more love. And now I want you to, coming back into your body, back into your breath, back into your heart space. I want you to pick out one thing you did today or one thing that happened that you feel grateful for. A word that was spoken, a gesture that was given, a sense of accomplishment, some feedback you received. And as if you're telling somebody else what a good job they did, I want you to articulate using your emotions, your physical voice, and your thoughts. I want you to articulate out loud how good of a job you did. Some praise. some gratitude for that moment. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful you chose that. I'm really grateful that you went that direction instead of the other. I'm just grateful I got through it. Whatever words that you can say that include gratitude towards yourself and your day, say them now. And we're going to continue sending a lot of love and gratitude toward your day, toward the people who supported you. So now we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to find gratitude and appreciation for all of the unseen elements or unnoticed, unrecognized elements that supported us today. Because even if we had a crappy day, something that was difficult happened, or 2020's got you down, that is absolutely understandable. And it's not that we have to deny those feelings of struggle, of sadness, of anger, or whatever is happening for you. It's not that we have to deny our authentic emotions, but at the same time as we sit in our authentic emotions, we have the ability as complicated humans to also recognize what has been supporting us throughout the day. And this switches us from a place of feeling victimized and completely helpless to feeling back in our power. Doesn't mean denying our authentic emotions. It means embracing them and acknowledging at the same time that we are powerful and there is things to be grateful for. There are things to be grateful for. So let's take it one step further and let's just think about, while staying in your body, while staying in your breath, while activating your voice and your vibration of your voice, we're going to extend our gratitude to what's around us that was supporting us today. For instance, oxygen in the air. With gratitude, I breathe in oxygen, even if I'm feeling crappy. I'm grateful for oxygen. I am grateful for my heartbeat that I can feel with my hands pressed against my chest. For that heart that beat silently and thoroughly throughout the entire day, keeping me alive, keeping nourishing blood going through my whole body. I am grateful for my heart. Even if my heart hurts right now, even if I'm experiencing loss, like a lot of us this year, even if my heart feels tense through stress, I am still grateful that it beats. Or how about the sunlight? I am grateful for the sun. I am grateful for its warmth, for the photosynthesis that our planet receives the sun and grows from it. I am grateful for that ever-present, constant source of giving, and I receive it with gratitude. And some of these things you can think on your own. What are you grateful for? Maybe a partner made breakfast for you in the morning. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe you don't have a partner at home. Maybe you're at home alone. And maybe you were able to eat breakfast this morning and you made yourself a nice breakfast. For that food that nourished my body and kept me active throughout the day, I am grateful. For the view out my window, reminding me that this Zoom call is not all there is. Reminding me that there is a horizon, that there is a sunset. I am grateful. Take some time to breathe deeply down into your lower part of your lungs. Take some time to voice as we move into the next stage of this meditation, which is sound bath. And if you would like to revisit any of the other meditations that we did, the other two, for their sound baths, feel free. We will now move into sound bath zone, and at this point you can just receive.